It's your boy Ziggy Doom, man. Guess what we doing? Another podcast. This one kind of came late in the week, but I still got it out to y'all. Sorry for that delay. I got to kind of work around my work schedule and traveling and stuff. So, y'all know what we're going to talk about, man. Social media platforms. I said that last week. But before we get into that, let's go over some quick trending in the news things. Elon Musk is apparently buying Twitter. He's going to buy Twitter, and I think the speculation is he's buying it to kind of silence certain things on Twitter, and Twitter did mock him. So the thinking is he's going to buy it and, silence Twitter. I remember Michael Jackson did that with Sony, and that was kind of hilarious. These people, man, if you really want to have an influence on something, I always say you do it with your pockets, right? You vote with your pockets and everything else. So money does have influence, and when you have a lot of money, you have a lot of influence. And Elon Musk has a lot of money because this man finna buy Twitter, the whole freaking platform, Twitter. So I think that's kind of cool. And another thing about Elon Musk that a lot of people might not know about, he's allegedly been hooking up with Amber Heard. Amber Heard, the lady from Aquaman 2, Johnny Depp's wife. They going through a really ugly court battle right now. So Johnny Depp, he is pulling all the punches, man, because she trying to walk away with over $100 million. And he like, wait a minute, you cheated on me. And not only with Elon Musk, but with James Franco too. But of course, they don't have to show up in court and testify nothing. But they got video of her on the elevator with no clothes on, covered in a blanket with Elon Musk. And I'm just like, why would a married woman be on an elevator with a blanket with another man that's not her husband? I mean, y'all might not know, but courts get real petty when it comes to like proving a case. Even if it's cut and dry, courts and they can make it seem like, nah, it's something else. So I think it's pretty unfortunate for Johnny Depp and Amber Heard to go through a divorce, right? You don't get married to get divorced, but sometimes marriages don't work out, and you got to do what you got to do. But this one's getting real ugly because Johnny Depp pulled elevator footage of his wife with Elon Musk. So it's just crazy how things get tangled up at that level. But hope it works out for everybody. Mainly Johnny Depp, because I liked him. He's one of my more favorite actors. Nightmare on Elm Street, Johnny Depp, I like that one. Transcendence, Johnny Depp, not so much. What else? Okay, in Michigan, a cop shot a man in the back of the head. I don't want to butcher his last name. Patrick Lyell, Lyoya. That's his last name. I don't want to butcher that. He shot him in the back of the head. Now, apparently there's two videos circulating around, right? Because the cop's white and, Patrick is black. Now, there's one video that shows the end of the altercation. It basically shows the cop shoot him in the back of the head. But I have seen the whole video, and it has multiple angles from the beginning to the end. And this may not be a popular opinion, but I will say that cop literally did everything in his power to get that man to comply. From the man stepping out of his vehicle for whatever reason, to him running away from the cop, to him grabbing the cop's taser. The first video won't show all that because it's trying to paint the narrative of the cop being bad. So it only shows the cop shoot the man in the back of the head. And that video is getting circulated a lot more than the whole actual video from all angles. Now, death is always unfortunate, right? I don't think most cops they go out every day wanting to shoot somebody. I want to kill somebody, right? But at some point, you have to value your own life and realize you have no other choice. And when I saw that video from beginning to end, in my opinion, that cop did everything in his power to not have to shoot that man. Everything. And if you guys want, let me know in the comments. I can send a link to the full video, because the one circulating on the internet is that the one showing him just shooting, and everybody's all up in arms, right? Oh my God, a cop shoots another unarmed black man, and all these movements start. But I saw the video, the whole video, and if that man would have stayed in his car, he would more than likely still be alive today. This is not going to be a popular opinion. I get it, but I call everything how I see it. And watching that whole video, that cop had no other choice. I don't see any other choice that cop really had based on everything in the video. So death is always unfortunate, but you know, my condolences to Patrick's family, and I just hope they're able to get through it and move on with their lives. NBA playoffs. Right now we're doing the play-in still, so I'm not going to talk about the playoffs completely until next week. I'm going to try to get my boy W on the phone so he can chime into this podcast. W, if you're watching this, hit me up, man, with your number. I got you on Instagram too, so I'll shoot you some info over there. But he's like a real good sports guru, and he's down to earth with it. He's not outrageous. He's not just a fan that just says something. Well, I'm from Texas, so the Dallas, Texas teams are the best and all that stuff. He's an actual guy, a savant of sports. He knows a lot about it, and I learned a lot from him, you know, back in our military days. So, W, you watching this? Hit me up, man. Let's do something next week. Right now, we got Atlanta versus Cleveland on the east side. That's the play-in game. I'm going with Cleveland. I am going with Cleveland, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Cleveland has been getting disrespected so much this year, so much, because it's Cleveland. All Cleveland teams get disrespect, right? The Browns, the Cavaliers, the Guardians, they just changed their name. They not the Indians no more, they the Guardians. But the Cavs get disrespected, and it just becomes normal to dismiss them. It's like, you know, if the LeBron James ain't there, nobody care about Cleveland. So, you know, and they're a relatively young team. So they got a chip on their shoulder. Atlanta is the favorite. I mean, Trae Young and everything. But here's the thing about that. Trae Young can't guard nobody. I think I'm taller than Trae Young. He can't guard nobody. And his shot is not as good as everyone thinks. If you're just a casual fan, you'll think, oh, Trae Young is money. But his deep shot, his three-point is not very good. So he work on his shot a little bit, he'll do okay. But he's mostly a facilitator. But he's still a liability on defense. And Cleveland got size. So I'm going with Cleveland in that game, man. That's just my take on it. And Atlanta gonna be looking at the playoffs from the outside. New Orleans versus the Clippers. This is an easy one. The Clippers. Right now, New Orleans is really going through a lot of media and controversy with Zion Williams being in the league 3 years, only playing 85 games. Dude weighs over 300 pounds. He's showing videos of him dunking, but you know, as a heavy guy myself, what I can tell you is when you dunking, you put when you come down to earth, because gravity pulls everything down, you put a lot of weight on your knees, a lot of pressure on your knees. And you can't keep doing that. And from the knees on down, it just gets worse. So as you're heavier, when you come down, it puts a whole lot of strain on your knees and wear and tear. So you won't last as long as in the NBA doing that. So he needs to lose weight. But the Pelicans are really, you know, that's a distraction that they don't want, but it's there. Everywhere they go, somebody's asking about Zion Williamson. The Clippers, on the other hand, got some humility to deal with. They lost to the Timberwolves and Patrick Beverly. Shout out Pat Bev. He's a Chicago native like me. But they lost to Minnesota, and they were the favorites. And even with Cat, he fouled out the game. They still pulled off the win. So I think Paul George, he's gonna use that as fuel. I think they're gonna put it to the Pelicans. I think it's gonna be bad. I think in the beginning it's probably gonna be close, 3-4 point lead, but later on in the game, I think the Clippers just gonna go crazy on them boys. So my predictions before this video come out, or maybe after this video come out, Cleveland over Atlanta, Clippers over the Pelicans. Then we'll talk about the whole playoffs next week once the play-in games are done. Now, social media platforms. All right, my take on it. Everyone nowadays in this day and age has some kind of social media platform, right? Most people have Facebook. Other than me, I don't know anybody else that don't have Facebook. I think maybe my grandmother don't have Facebook, but Facebook. So the thing about social media platforms is everyone uses it to connect to the world, right? Hey, I can see my siblings, I can see my friends. I can, find out about this, that. But what happens when it becomes an addiction? What happens when every day you wake up, the first thing you do is scroll a news feed or check a timeline or see who commented? The first thing you do every day. What happens when it gets to that level? Because right now, no one is going to admit that they're addicted to social media. Everyone will say, I'm not addicted to social media. I can stop using social media anytime I want. But then they never do. Why? Now, if you use it for, I get it. You want to reconnect with your family, friends, and all that. That's cool. But how were you doing that before social media? How did you do it then? I mean, it was more difficult, right? But you may, to the people that use it for that purpose, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But you have people that, you get that addiction. You get to the point where I have to see what's going on in the world. I have to see what this person said. I have to see how many likes I get. I have to see how many comments I get. When you have to do that, you might be putting too much into a platform that isn't that significant in your life. And I say significant is, the reason I say that is because if you're not getting paid for that social media platform, or you're not generating any revenue, then you are giving more to the platform than the platform is giving to you. Facebook, I don't like Facebook. I'm anti-Facebook. I'm one of those people that would love for everyone to just delete their Facebook account and get rid of it. Because in my opinion, it's a cesspool. The CIA uses facial recognition technology from Facebook. Okay, all your information on Facebook is being sold without your consent. Well, you actually consent to it, but you don't get a penny from that. And everyone knows that. Everyone knows the information getting sold. But why not get paid for your social media platforms? Why not, they get paid from using your information. Why not flip it around? And a lot of people don't know how to do that or understand it. A lot of people don't even care. But it's the addiction that bothers me, because now you base your life and telling your life to something and people that you can't even see. And then it becomes real to you. When you're spending 2, 3, 4, 5 hours on a social media platform that you're not getting paid for every day, that could be an addiction. That can be, maybe it's not, but it could be an addiction. That's 2, 3, 4 hours that you could be using doing something more productive or something that generates revenue. And I get it, because everyone, says it all the time. Well, everybody isn't antisocial like you, Ziggy. Everybody, ain't shut-ins and all that. That's fine. But none of that changes the addiction you may have for a social media platform. Ask yourself these questions. Can I go a day without this platform? Can I go a week? Can I go a month without using it at all? Not logging in, not checking nothing, not scrolling. A month. If you can't go a week, a day, if you can't go a day without using this platform, that's an addiction. That's an addiction. If your routine is tailored to where you just, without even knowing, just go through a social media platform, that's an addiction. But what about the platform you're addicted to? Are you addicted to the attention? Are you addicted to what's going on in other people's lives? Or are you addicted to the timeline? Like, what is the addiction? For me, Facebook, unless you're getting paid for it, I don't think nobody should use Facebook at all, unless you're getting paid for it. And if you're not getting paid for it, you basically getting your information sold right up under your nose, because everybody puts all their information on Facebook, right? And the crazy thing about it is, when people put their information on Facebook or social media, they paint themselves in a good light, right? My life is great. I got this. I got that. I just did that. I'm great. Look how I dress. Look how I look. Everyone does that. But that creates a false narrative of who you really are, because that's what people that don't know you, that's what they're going to assume. Your life is great. You're a hard worker. You look good every single moment of the day, or but we all know that's not true. No one is perfect. No one's life is great every single day. You can be positive every single day, but your life is not going to every single day not have any challenges or uncomfortable moments. And that's what no one posts, right? Let me post pictures of my child with the newest Jordans and the name brand Gucci belt, but I won't post a report card full of D's and F's. Why not? because that might make you look a certain kind of way, right? Let me post, yeah, I'm in the gym. I'm getting my workout on all my muscles, right? But let me not post, oh, I'm drinking about a fifth of Hennessy or a pint of Old English. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't drink, so. But it's like we create these images to show the world a person we want them to think we are. But more than likely, that's not that person we really are. So when you're addicted to a platform that is full of people that do this, you are now looking at a bunch of false narratives, and it's telling you that, hey, the world is great. Everybody's life is good. Everybody pays all their bills, goes to work, has a good family, has a nice body. Let me try to fit in with that. And I just, me personally, I've never seen a person on social media that has completely 100,000% matched that in real life. I just haven't seen that. That includes me. Whatever I post on social media is what I have going on, but I don't post everything on social media because I believe that everything shouldn't be posted on social media. No one should do that. Now, you can post all your highlights, you know, and people think your life is great, but as long as it matches what goes on in your life typically, you know, that's fine. But when every single day your life is great, come on, really? You know, every picture of you is flawless, magnificent. I don't know. But everything don't need to be put on social media, you know. That's just my opinion. If you have a platform and it's tailored to a certain thing, then do that, right? Use that platform for that tailored thing and try to generate revenue from it. I don't put anything on social media unless it's going to generate revenue for me. Because why give my information for free? Nah, pay me. Everyone should think that way personally. But a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't even care. And people are going to stay in their comfort zone rather than change because change is uncomfortable. Even if it's change for the better, a lot of people don't want to change because it takes them out of their comfort zone. So they could be comfort with something that's you know, subpar, but they rather stay there than get out their comfort zone and try something that's better. And that's my take on social media. It's a good tool if you utilize it correctly. I don't think anyone should be addicted to it. I don't think anyone should use Facebook, period, at all. Facebook, but to each their own, man. You do what makes you happy. World keeps spinning, and I'm just here giving y'all my opinions on these podcasts. You know, do whatever you want to do. So, all right, that's it for this podcast, man. Next week we're gonna do the we're gonna talk specifically about the playoffs. I don't want to get into nothing else. I'm gonna talk specifically NBA playoffs and why I think the games are going. W, hit me up, man. Anybody else that got any sports, you know, knowledge, not just a fan, but actually sports knowledge, hit me up, man. We can talk about it. But that's what we're doing next week. That's it for this one. I'm finna go record another song with Matt C. And then I'll be putting that out soon. But until the next video, be easy.